Hello everyone, this is Kalpana working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology at Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department. Today we are going to see a design thinking based classroom delivery. Today we'll see a role play for bubble sort and selection sort. Before that we'll see what is bubble sort and selection sort quickly. So this bubble sort repeatedly scans the list, it compares with the adjacent element and it swaps them if they are out of order. So this is the procedure for bubble sort, and over multiple passes larger elements bubbles up towards the end of the list. And when we talk about selection sort, it divides the list into a sorted and unsorted portion. So in each pass, it finds the smallest or the largest element in the unsorted portion and swaps it with the first unsorted position. So it does the building the sorted portion step by step. So this is the steps involved. These are all the steps involved in our bubble as well as selection sort.
Hello everyone, this is Kalpana working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology at Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department. Today we are going to see a role play of bubble sort and selection sort. Let's begin the session. First we'll see what is bubble sort. First we'll see the technique behind the bubble sort. So here we are going to do the basic operation while sorting. So for sorting, we compare each and every element, and then if the element is smaller than the next element, we are going to swap it. So throughout the sorting, we are going to compare and we swap the elements. Let's begin it. So since this is a bubble sort, we start from the first element and we compare that element with the adjacent element. So that is the bubble sort technique. We compare with the adjacent element. If the first element is less than the second element, then no issue. If the first element is greater than the adjacent element, then we have to swap it. So this we are going to perform now. So the first element is 45 and second is 50. 45 is less than 50 only. It is in order. So no swap required. The next is 50 is compared with 30. But here 30 is less than 50. So it is not in order. We have to swap it. We have to interchange it. 30 comes here and 50 goes here. Okay. Next is 50 is compared with 90. It is in order only. Okay. Then 90 is compared with 60. It is not in an order. We have to swap 60 and 90. So this is our first iteration. Okay, then our second iteration begins from the first element. Again 45 is compared with 30. It is not in order. We have to swap it. 30 comes here, 40 goes there. Then 45 is compared with 50. It is in order, no issue. 50 is compared with 60. It is in order. And 60 is compared with 90. It is in order. So likewise we need to compare the elements. If it is not in an order, we have to swap it. We have to compare with the adjacent element and we have to swap it. So this is our bubble sort technique. And next is our selection sort. So next is selection sort. So this follows the technique like it searches for the smallest iteration, smallest element in each iteration, and it finds the element and it places in the right position. We'll see how it performs. So first we have to say first element. We have to declare that first element is going to be the smallest element. We are going to assume that this is going to be the smallest element. We are going to compare this 45 smallest element with 50. Here also 45 is smaller. Then 45 is compared with the 30. 30 is smaller than 45. So we have to fix the smallest is 30. Then 30 is compared with 90. Again 30 is the smallest one. And it is compared with 60. It is the smallest one. So we have to swap 30 and 45. And next is, this is in sorted order. 30 is in sorted order now. And take the next element 50. And 50, assume this 50 is going to be the smallest element as of now. So 50 is compared with 45. No, it is the less value. So this becomes the smallest element now. So this becomes smallest. Then it is compared with 90. Again it is the smallest. And 60, no, 45 remains the smallest. We have to swap 50 and 45. Now 50 is going to be the smallest element. We are going to assume this is going to be the smallest. And compare this with 90. No, 50 remains the smallest. And compare with 60, 50 remains the smallest. Now it is in order. The same way, next assume 90 is going to be the smallest element. 90 is compared with 60. 60 is smallest. So you have to swap 60 and 90. Okay, now the elements are sorted out. This is how the bubble sort as well as our selection sort works. Thank you.